Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners. Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravos Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Na 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 na. It's the last one of the year. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we celebrate all kinds of things. Well, today we celebrate the arrival of a new year, but we also take a look at news from our city, state, and country. And we look at your comments, ideas, and suggestions. And I wonder, why am I so wired this morning? Well, I am wired because, well, I'll tell you why I'm wired in a second. I'm actually concerned. I think Albert needs to help me out with some troubling news that I'd received just as we started the broadcast. Do you realize, I didn't realize this until somebody brought it up to my attention literally 45 seconds ago. The year starts with WTF, and I'm just wondering if we should be worried about this. I think it's a great excuse to welcome back for the last time in 2024, one of our most esteemed pets here in Coffee and Headlines. If you don't know him, may I introduce our What the Fuck parrot.
What the fuck? Jerry. What the fuck? What the fuck?
I mean, seriously, what the hell? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, WTF. I hope that's not a bad omen for the beginning of our new year. And all things aside, seriously, I hope you have a great celebration tonight. And I hope we have an amazing year next year. And it sounds like I'm saying goodbye, but I'm not. We're just getting started with a broadcast. We have news, as always. So we're going to start with those. But before we do, as usual, if you have anything... Kathy says, I love the what the fuck parrot. Well, you know, let's just bring out the entire family, shall we? I tell you, having one of those in the house would drive Luna crazy, but that's just me. Hey, as always, capital letter Q if you have an important question that you wish to share, and capital letter N if you are new, if you are watching the broadcast live for the first time. Just write a capital letter N in your comments, and we'll be so happy to give you a lovely little welcome. Some dude reached out to me before we started the broadcast asking for barbers. And I said to him, you know, I don't know of any barbers, but join the conversation this morning and maybe somebody will answer your question. So, Cluster, don't make me look bad. And barber dude, if you're around, just speak up. We'll try to connect you with a barber here in Puerto Vallarta. But first, let's have a look at what we have ready for you. And we start with 7 new street pavement projects for Puerto Vallarta that have been approved by the City Council. According to Mayor Munguía, this is excellent news. Streets in the whole city are going to be paved. I'm not mentioning them individually because I'd rather wait for results, but improvements have also been approved for several city public parks, including Lázaro Cárdenas, Parque Hidalgo, and Parque Los Sauces. This is great news. Hopefully, they will address this, and hopefully, they will address the Malecón, which we'll talk about in a little while. Jalisco Governor Pablo Lemus has announced that construction of the new Amado Nervo Bridge, formerly known as the Federación Bridge, could commence as early as April if the executive project is modified to fit the available budget. Otherwise, it could be delayed until the month of October. Now, I love this bit of news because during his visit to Puerto Vallarta this past weekend, our governor, Governor Lemus, got to experience firsthand the process of entering the city from points north and has publicly acknowledged that it is un broncón, he said. And un broncón in Spanish is the equivalent of saying something like a royal pain in the ass. And things have gotten worse now that the new highway has opened and vehicles reaching or intersecting Medina Asensio have no choice but to turn right and return at Las Juntas if they're heading into the city. And that's exactly what our governor had to do. And he got to experience the traffic. Oh, and he also had to pay the toll from Bucerias to the city and went, ouch, realizing that it is super expensive. So hopefully he will have a conversation with the people that handle the concession of the tolls in our highway so that this can be modified to benefit local commuters going from Bucerias to Puerto Vallarta on a regular basis. And all this is nice and good, but of course, the process of keeping our city in optimal condition is a never-ending process. And Tribuna de la Bahía reminds us that our beautiful Malecón continues to be in dire need of attention with a number of exposed wires and unfinished benches along the way. And tonight is the night in which they should be looking at these kinds of things. Well, obviously not today, but the Malecón is going to be so crowded this evening as we ring in the new year, it's not even funny. And I want to wrap this up with this is really wonderful news. Local environmental advocates are keeping tabs on the city funding in order to improve conditions in the recently approved 4 natural protected areas within Puerto Vallarta. These are Agua Azul, Benito Juárez, Buenos Aires, and the Antennas. These are all within the city, and they are all potentially natural attractions. I cannot even speak anymore. They're all potential natural attractions for locals and visitors. But the interesting thing about these projects is that even if they are not developed immediately, knowing that these protected areas are protected areas gives us some comfort to know that they won't be developed with high buildings or anything of the sort. And to make the point and to see how important this is, let me show you where and how these parks are situated. First of all, Parque Agua Azul is the natural area that is located to the right of the Libramiento as you exit the big tunnel and you're heading north to the city. All this area here is a natural protected area now that cannot be touched by construction projects. This is Agua Azul Park. Then we have Parque Buenos Aires, which, if you know, the route to Moro Paraíso and all these places that I like to explore over the weekends. Here's Colonia Buenos Aires, and here's a natural park that is located right next to it. This is also now a natural protected area for Puerto Vallarta, which, if you ask me, is good to know. Parque Buenos Aires. Then we have the Antennas. This is on the top of the hill behind Gringo Gulch. The Antennas, these are a no-brainer. All you have to do is look up towards the hill and you can see the antennas. Well, all this area is now a natural protected area and nobody can continue building on top of this hill. And the last one is Parque Benito Juárez, which is located behind Colonia Benito Juárez. This is where Refugio Infantil Santa Esperanza Rise is located over here. And as you're coming towards Emiliano Zapata on the Libramiento, before you enter the small tunnel, it is located right here. So even if these areas are not developed to become natural parks, and what I mean by developed, even if they don't put trails or whatever it is that they're going to do, it is nice to know that no more construction will go on in these areas. Yay. And now, oh, that's a lovely weather forecast, if you ask me. That means that I need to turn it on. Here we come. Here we come. And there it is. Forget your mother. I'll let you stare into the sun all you want. That's what our snarky weatherman is saying today. I don't think you should stare into the sun, but you already knew that. It is 21 degrees out there right now. Humidity is at 70%. And our weather forecast indicates that it's going to be a cloud free day today. Mostly clear skies throughout the day with a high of 26 and a low of 15. That's cold for local standards. Tomorrow, on the new year, we can expect a humid day with mostly cloudy skies. That will be the W day. A high temperature of 26 and a low of 16. And then, of course, on Thursday, we'll have a humid day with mostly cloudy skies throughout the day with a high of 26 and a low of 19. Moving right along, I have other announcements. Of course, today is New Year's Eve. And Puerto Vallarta's administration, the city, has announced its entertainment, its free entertainment at El Malecón, at Los Arcos, and everything starts at 8 p.m. with Edgar Rocha. Yes. No, not that one. This one. Edgar Rocha is opening the celebrations. And you might be wondering, who the hell is Edgar Rocha? Well, I have no idea. And that's just the way they do things. So we start with Edgar Rocha, who could be a carpenter, maybe a sculptor, maybe a singer, maybe, we don't know. This is followed by banda music at 10 o'clock at night, a drone light show, first time ever in Puerto Vallarta, a drone light show at 11:50 in the evening, fireworks at midnight, and more banda music 10 minutes after that. If you ask me, I'm going to be chilling at home, and I am so very happy to be able to do that. Whatever you do, party safe, get home safely. We've been mentioning also this early New Year's Eve dinner that is going to happen at El Rey Lounge de Versalles, starting at 7 o'clock, ending at 10, because at that point, everybody is going to head over to the brand new block party in Colonia Versalles along España Street between Francia and Hamburgo. This is organized by local restaurants, including Memo Wolf's Barrio Bistro and other businesses in the area. And of course, The Office, which is the little sister of El Rey Lounge. So if you are in the Versalles area, you want to have a little fun and merriment, you want to enjoy mariachi bands and DJ set and food and drinks, this is the place to be tonight. I'm still staying home. And then, of course, we're ringing the new year, and I'm happy to see that the nice folks that do the art walk in Colonia Emiliano Zapata are already organized for the next event, primarily, or rather specifically, I'm bringing this up from Galeria Dante, who will be hosting their usual Meet the Artist night during the art walk. The next one is going to be on the 10th, Friday the 10th, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And what else do we have? Yes, January 13 and January 20th, Gouda Gabor is having Seth Sykes and Mark Hartman as guests in a special Hello Gorgeous tribute to Barbara Streisand. Can I tell you how talented these people are? It's not even funny. They're going to be performing at 7:30 at Nacho Daddy. Tickets are available on sale. And this is going to be a lot of fun. They got a great write up from Banderas News. So I'm excited about that. And I think you would want to be excited as well. If I can find the next button to push, we will continue right along with your comments. There it is. Let's see. Happy New Year's and good mornings from a bunch of people. Happy New Year's to you all. I know that different friends are gathering with different friends, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. I hope you have a great New Year celebration. Yes, that's how I like to spend my New Year's Eve, reflecting on the past year. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. That and hooking. I'm going to be playing with my yarn, and I love it. An old English tradition is to open your door at midnight to let out the past year and let in the new year. I think that's a beautiful tradition. Thank you so much for sharing it. David says that parrot is totally my spirit animal. We love our what the fuck parrot. No, Albert, I didn't want your advice for the barber story. I wanted your advice for the what the fuck ominous beginning of the year. Do you think it's going to be ominous? Do you think Logan is up to something? Oh, it was Logan who shared that lovely little illustration of the WTF days that we have at the beginning of the year. Vicky says, I really like the laughing parrot. Well, I do too, but you have seen nothing until you've seen the farting iguana. If you want to see the farting iguana before the end of the year, just write the word iguana in a comment and we'll let her rip. We will. Jonathan, good for you. One more sleep before I arrive in Puerto Vallarta for 3 months. I keep hearing that January 1st is a great day to land because the airport is not so crazy. I hope that is the case for you, and I hope you have an uneventful arrival to the city. Is there a rice contest going on this year? Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. I don't know the details, but I have seen advertisements for the So You Think You Can Rise event. I am sure we will find this as we get close to the date. It's usually in February, isn't it? Something like that. I'll keep an eye open for it. Logan, you may have a hard time getting in, but if anywhere near Plaza Caracol or Plaza Parotas, check out Barberos. If closer to the south end of town, look up Max at Barberia 369 on Lázaro Cárdenas near the corner of Vallarta, or Eric at La Barberia PV. Logan, you get around. I love it. So I hope Barber Dude is watching. If you are watching, Barber Dude, see, we delivered. Connections, that's what we're all about here. How late will buses run tonight? That's a great question, Linda. When they published their schedules right around Christmas Eve, I remember reading that the bus service would end by 10 p.m. So there you go. Sly has just answered the question. Thank you very much for that. So I would be mindful of that and plan accordingly. Oh my goodness. Chris says, we have been watching you since you started, but it's been on YouTube. Our second time live from Chris and Diana. That's great. It's great to see you. Welcome. Welcome to the live experience. And it feels good to know that you're here. Carmen. You know, Carmen, it's been such a pleasure having you as a friend all these years. But then we did all these spotlight shows together through the year, and it is absolutely amazing. I'm happy you are in my life, and I'm happy you guys are successful. Oh, the Queen of Question is here, not asking, but declaring. Hope 2025 is your best year yet, Paco. We look forward to our visit and seeing you again to report our crazy adventures. I look forward to that. Cheers to health and happiness always. Thank you very much. And ditto. Ditto. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Somebody wants someone to cut the cheese. Okay. Okay, how could I say no to you? Where is that farting iguana? Let us find her immediately. That was it. The iguana farted in the tub. You gotta love it. You know, I should find the clip of the hippo, because the hippo that farts, we've never done it here at Coffee and Headlines, but the farting hippo is, oh my God. Harold reports traffic northbound on 200 at the end of the autopista is crazy. Yeah, I don't expect it to be anything less than. Two places where traffic is merging onto the main road instead of combining the toll road and into the new extended lateral. There are now two places where traffic is trying to merge into the main road. Yep, it's going to be crazy until they build an overpass, but we'll have to see what happens. Da, 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 da. Let's see, Lars is celebrating early because the Danish king is going to speak in 8 minutes. I send him my notes. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see what else. I like this. Special blessings to all the kitties of Puerto Vallarta. May you all find loving homes this year. See, Luna, count your blessings because there are some kitties out there that are homeless that could use a nice home. And I think that is a great way to wrap another year here at Coffee and Headlines. Wow, time passes fast. Time goes by fast when you're having fun. Thank you to everyone that has been supportive of our projects, and by supportive I mean supportive. But also thank you to those of you who constantly speak favorably about Coffee and Headlines, and some of you don't, but that's okay. Publicity is good nonetheless. I hope you have an amazing time tonight wherever you are. And oh my goodness, see that's the spirit. Just renewed my Coffee and Headlines membership. Don't forget to support Paco's broadcast. Michael, I would kiss you if you were right here, but I haven't taken a shower, so that might not be a good idea. And that was too much information. Go have a great Happy New Year, and I'll see you again in 2 days. Tomorrow we won't be here. Well, we will be here. We just won't be broadcasting. I will see you back here on Thursday. Happy New Year.